Hey, welcome back to another episode of Collector's Corner. I'm your host, Corey Smith, and I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode 17. Oh, very special episode. We got another one-topic episode today for 17. It is on my all-time favorite actor, Fred Ward. And sadly, Mr. Fred Ward just passed away here recently, just a few weeks ago.
Oh, bullcrap, this is ridiculous!
I mean, he'd been retired from acting for quite a bit. I mean, he was 79 years old. But, oh man, it just kick-started a fire in me. Went ahead, finished getting the filmography of Mr. Fred Ward. And so I'm going to break them all out. The whole goddamn filmography is coming your way, baby. I'm starting at the very beginning, and I'm going all the way to his last film, and we're going to talk about several in between. Right away, nothing to stop us except, gotta get that plug in. Gotta get the plug in. You know I'm going to get that plug in. That's right. I don't want you to miss out on all the fun we're having over here at the Murfreesboro Media headquarters. So I want you to get on it. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. Hit that like button if you enjoy listening to me yell, if you enjoy listening to me sing and talk about all my collection pieces. Let's get going right now. Fred Ward, we're starting way back when. 1974. Movie called Ginger in the Morning. Have not seen it. Do not know anything about it. Anyway, so you got Ginger in the Morning. You got a Sissy Spacek movie. One of my recent pieces that I just added to the collection. First feature film right here, Ginger in the Morning. We're going to just keep on busting through. Fred Ward style, baby. And then we got Hearts of the West in 1975. You got a Western here. Again, have not seen it. Gonna be on the list to watch in the future. Just, got a lot of stuff going on. I can't watch them all right away. Okay, right after that, he did an episode of Quincy, M.E. So this was, the medical drama. He was a young guy just trying to get some work. So he had his first real television sort of episode that he did here on Quincy. Escape from Alcatraz. Okay, so Fred Ward's had a couple of appearances in a TV show and a couple of movies. But now he has got his first major film role right here. And he is third build, I guess you could probably say. Fourth build in this movie. He's got a ton of lines, ton of dialogue. I mean, hell, he is one of the three prisoners that are attempting to escape from Alcatraz. Clint Eastwood and Fred Ward and some other fella, I don't remember his name. So, yeah, this was big time for Mr. Fred Ward. This started getting him some recognition, started getting him some attention, immediately jumped from Escape from Alcatraz up to a couple of episodes of The Incredible Hulk. He did an episode in Season 2 and an episode in Season 3. So again, now he's on a big-time blockbuster TV show, a couple of episodes under his belt. All right, Fred Ward, you starting to pick up, man. You starting to pick it up. Next up, also in 1979, busy man doing Incredible Hulk. He appears in a low-budget horror movie, a low-budget slasher film set in a hospital. You got crazy doctor doing illegal operations, killing people in the hospital. Small role, but another feature film under his belt. Next up, he was in a movie called Belle Starr. You got another Western. So now he's already been in a couple of Westerns. Fred Ward's just one of the other cowboys, makes an appearance in here. Not a big role, but all right, he's still trucking. He's still trucking. Now, next up, 1980. We're into the new decade, the 80s, baby. This is the Fred Ward decade right here. This is when his shit really starts to up all the way to the moon, baby. And so he's right here. He's in this movie with Gary Busey. Look at that mother. Look at Gary Busey. Look at that Jodie Foster. And then Robbie Robertson. Look at that. They're playing some carnies. Boom. And then he is in a movie by Walter Hill. Great director. Oh my God. Did so many good movies, including The Warriors. Right here. He plays one of the soldiers, Southern Comfort. It's Deliverance, basically set in the Louisiana swamps. National Guardsmen out doing their weekend sort of training exercise, get lost in the swamps. Some Cajun hillbillies start hunting them down, killing them one by one. And Fred Ward is a shit-talking, mean son of a bitch in this movie, and I love it. He is a bad guy, even though he's one of the soldiers. He don't take no gruff from nobody. So yeah. This movie right here really got him noticed. This ended up being a sort of a cult hit. And Walter Hill, if you don't know him, great director, so you got to check him out. Walter Hill has made some great movies. But right here, another big budget movie. You got big stars, Powers Booth, Keith Carradine. I mean, you know, there are some names in this movie. So right there, another big stepping stone for the man Fred Ward. So much so that he is now gotten his very first feature film, his very first starring role, #1 build on the attraction, in the namesake, on the credits. You are getting 100% Fred Ward through this movie, Time Rider, and a crazy 80s movie. Ooh, it's a time-traveling movie. Fred Ward's on his motorcycle, driving across the desert. Little does he know that there is a secret underground military base practicing or experimenting with time travel and shit. Wow, he drives right through their little testing field, doesn't even know what's going on. All of a sudden, comes out the other side, and he is 100 years in the past on his motorcycle. So he's in the Wild West, like 1880s, just doing his thing. And here he goes, having to get into battles with other outlaws. Everybody thinks he's a devil riding a motorcycle around like some kind of futuristic freak. So yeah, first starring role for the man, Fred Ward, right here, Time Rider, The Adventures of Lyle Swan. Starting to get big time. Now let me tell you, big time. Now this movie, blockbuster, huge success, major starring role for Fred Ward. Put him on everybody's map at that point. He was super in demand after this movie. Right here, The Right Stuff. We're talking Gus Grissom. That's right, Fred Ward has played one of the legendary astronauts, one of the legendary figures in American history, Gus Grissom in The Right Stuff. This is the telling of the Apollo missions as they attempted to make their way to the moon. Long-ass movie, as you can see with the double VHS. The movie is so long, they had to split that bad boy into two. But right here, this movie blew up and was huge. So what did he do next? Same year, he had a movie called Silkwood, based on a true story. Meryl Streep is played Karen Silkwood. She was a whistleblower at her company with all kinds of, because they were into some nefarious shit, and I won't give away any spoilers, but yeah, you know, this is a drama, actual biopic sort of kind of thing. There you go. It's a good drama. Ended up being a pretty sizable hit, you know, pretty popular for the time. So Fred Ward is still getting those good movies under his belt. Up next, same year, 83. Dang, Fred Ward. You had 3 awesome movies come out in 1983. Right Stuff, Silkwood, and now Uncommon Valor. Gene Hackman. We're talking Tex Cobb. We're talking Patrick Swayze. So much going on in this movie. We got Gene Hackman. It's 10 years after the end of the Vietnam War. His son is still a POW somewhere over in Vietnam. And so he gathers together his old squad, his old buddies from his platoon. And they go, yeah, we're going to help you get your son back. And so they got to train, get back into shape. And they got to learn to get back into the jungle warfare again, make their plans, set up their whole thing so they can go in and get the son and rescue him. And, these guys are just doing it because they love Gene Hackman. They respect him. And so when he came asking for help, They stepped right in line, including Fred Ward, played an ex-tunnel rat from Vietnam with the knife, teaching them how to cut throats. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Great action, sort of war action movie there from 1983. We're moving into 84. We got us a comedy. Got us something funny. Swing shift. We got it's World War II. The men have gone off to fight in the war. The ladies got to go step up, do their part, go to the factory, start doing their work, getting shit built for the war. And then, of course, you got Goldie Hawn, some shenanigans are going to take place because she's silly as hell. And so, it's going to be goofy, and she's going to be talking shit, and it's going to be a good time. So, yeah, let's keep on going. All right, so, 84, same year. Euphoria. All right, Mr. Fred Ward finally makes the cover. We finally see him on the cover. Hell, even Time Rider, or his premiere, his acting, or his number one Bill debut didn't even have his picture on the cover. We got Fred Ward right here on the cover. We got Harry Dean Stanton right here. We got Cindy Williams from the Laverne and Shirley. And, it's a goofy comedy. UFO, Euphoria, you get it. All right, so yeah. All right, one of my favorites right here. This movie is really one of the ones that put Fred Ward on the map for me when I was a kid. The character he plays in this, he plays Kelly Preston's dad. He's a detective, a cop. Always on edge, just mad at everything. At one point they zoom in and he's got a vein just popping on his head because he's all mad about stuff. It's one of those silly comedy of errors, miscommunication, where chick writes him the letter, he thinks it's from her. He gets her to write her one back because he's a dork, and so then they start hooking up, but she really likes him. It's one of those whole things. But then the parents start getting all mixed up with thinking that the other ones are having affairs and all that. And that's where Fred Ward comes in, just mad, driving his car real fast, screaming and shit, yelling all kinds of stuff, cracking me up. I love it. So yeah, Secret Admirer, one of my all-time favorites. Love that movie. The same year, 1985. My God, the shirt and the Bluray matches right there. One of my all-time favorite movies. This is the movie that made Fred Ward my favorite actor as a kid. This thing used to come on all the time on the movie channels. Had a VHS copy way back in the day. Used to watch it tons. The scene where he's going down and scaling down the Statue of Liberty, one of the iconic stunt scenes in movie history. Oh, just so much good action, fighting, just all kinds of stuff. This was supposed to be, because you got The Adventure Begins. They signed Fred Ward on to a 3-picture deal. They were supposed to do a trilogy of this character, Remo Williams, sort of an American super spy, sort of like the American James Bond kinda, he's got super fighting skills, gun skills, all of this kind of stuff. He can do parkour. Yeah, so he parkours down the Statue of Liberty while it's under construction in real life. Oh yeah, so Bond, complete bomb, like Hiroshima bomb, boom. They canceled that plan. No 3-picture deal. No Remo Williams 2 and 3. We are not completing the trilogy. The Remo Williams character has now been laid to rest. So all you get is this one sweet action comedy right here. Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins and Ends, all in one movie. But for somebody like me that loves this movie, I had to get the shirt. I gotta have it. Represent this movie as much as I can, because there's a lot of people that haven't seen it and they are missing a good time. But woo, I could sit here and talk about Remo Williams all day, but we got a lot of movies still to cover. Whoa, my God, this is going to be a long episode. So let's just come on, get going. Here you go, Florida Straits for my continual viewers, my longtime viewers. You might remember this tape from the awesome VHS artwork, cover art episode a few episodes back. I broke this out because, come on, look at the artwork. There he is right there, Fred Ward with the machete, going on a jungle adventure. So yeah, talked this movie up a few episodes back. Can't talk it up anymore because I got lots to do, got lots to show. Then, 1987, there's an anthology, horror anthology show that was running at the time that called The Hitchhiker, sort of a Tales from the Dark Side, Twilight Zone-y kind of thing. You had The Hitchhiker every episode. He introduced the story, and then there would be some weird like horror or kind of crazy shit going on. And Fred Ward appears in an episode of that. Off Limits, 88. We're up into 88. Off Limits, we got a Vietnam War movie, except not in the jungles. They're actually in Saigon. We got a couple of MPs, couple of detectives, military detectives, investigating a murder in Saigon during the height of the Vietnam War. Fred Ward plays one of the officers, helping out with the investigation. So this is a very underrated, kind of unknown Vietnam War movie. And so, yeah, great. Willem Dafoe, Gregory Hines, both excellent actors. And when Fred Ward shows up, woo, you know it's gonna be great. So, yeah. All right. There we go. Same year, 1988. We got the Vietnam War movie. Now we got us a goofy comedy. Big Business. Oh, my God. Bette Midler playing twins. And Lily Tomlin playing twins. He plays a country bumpkin back in the boondocks where his wife has gone into the city, become an entrepreneur, and there's some funny interactions. You know, he's a country dude, doesn't know what's going on with the modern world and the modern big city life and all of that. So, yeah, goofy comedy, silly as can be, but still good times. All right, Prince of Pennsylvania, same year. So he's knocking out like 2 and 3 movies a year here now, man. He is working steady. He has a job lined up before the job is done, the way he should be doing it right here. Got us another goofy comedy with Keanu Reeves. Oh, yeah, man. Johnny Utah right here. Keanu Reeves comes up with a silly-ass plan to kidnap Fred Ward, his own dad. He's going to hold him hostage. He wants to get his money, his inheritance, and so he comes up with this goofball plan, locks him up. You can see Fred Ward's like, come on, man. Why did my son have to be so stupid? Anyway, yeah, so Prince of Pennsylvania, goofball comedy. Oh, if Fred Ward wasn't on a lot of people's map before, he quickly got on their map after this movie. This thing become an instant cult classic. Tremors, one of the funnest horror comedy, horror adventure, creature comedy. I don't even know what you want to say. Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward playing a couple of lovable goofballs out in the desert. All of a sudden they discover some tremors, some graboids, these big giant worms that live under the ground and coming up and killing people. And so, yeah, it's a fight for survival, a fight for their lives. Fred Ward, like always, talking shit, great one-liners. This movie, for horror movie lovers, for all of that, is a fucking classic. People love this movie. They cannot get enough. Oh, my God. Tremors. So, that was 1990. Same year, 1990. He's got a movie called Backtrack. Well, it's also called Catch Fire. Sometimes you'll see the VHS version. It'll have Catch Fire written on there. DVD, Backtrack. Not exactly sure. I don't know if it was different markets or whatever. Got different names. But you got suspense thriller, sort of, murder mystery kind of thing. Dennis Hopper, Jodie Foster, and Fred Ward. In fact, boom, there he is. Oh, there we go. Right there. There he is. The man getting his own little picture on the back. Yeah, so great. Little indie suspense thriller, unknown sort of Mr. Suspense. There you go, Backtrack. Next up, ended up becoming a big hit. In 1990, another 90 movie. We got Tremors, Catch Fire, Miami Blues, all coming out in 1990. Alec Baldwin, you got Jennifer Jason Leigh. Alec Baldwin playing a scam artist slash murderer slash goofy sort of criminal. Fred Ward is the detective assigned to stop him. There he is right there in the Hawaiian shirt. He's got false teeth in, ends up losing them. Alec Baldwin steals his false teeth, making fun of him in the movie. crazy sort of crime noir, funny kind of action comedy. Miami Blues, yeah, this is a good movie. So if you haven't seen no Miami Blues, this is some fun stuff. And Fred Ward, yeah, goofy as can be, walking around, no teeth in half the movie. Woo, yeah, buddy. So, but he wasn't done in 1990. The man was pumping them out. And here we go, another starring role, another #1 build. You know, he's a lot of time, he is a character actor, supporting actor. But again, he finally gets his name at the top of the list here. He is Henry Miller. He's an author, classic American author. This is a telling of a story where Henry Miller is hooking up with a chick here, June, played by Uma Thurman. And so, yeah, Fred Ward, top build, #1 on the movie. So he gets this sort of biopic drama right here. 91, one of my all-time favorites. This movie is out of control. Cast a Deadly Spell. This was an HBO original movie. And so, wow, this thing is crazy. It's a world where there's like the layers of magic and sorcery are kind of intertwined with our world, but it's like a sort of a steampunk 1930s sort of time. And then you got like monsters and shit interacting with regular people. He plays a private detective doing his private detective sort of like based on like a 30s or 40s noir detective film, but with crazy magic and all kinds of weird shit. Here we go. We got 1991. We got a Tony Hillerman novel that's been adapted into a movie set in the desert Southwest, Native American reservation, Lou Diamond Phillips. So there's a murder on the reservation. Gotta investigate. Fred Ward's one of the police detectives or police officers on the reservation. So you can go right there. Moving on. We got us. The next up, right here, Thunderheart. We got us another Native American movie, back to back. We got Fred Ward playing a Native American, 2 movies in a row. And this is about another murder on an Indian reservation, this time up in South Dakota. And Fred Ward plays a local tribal sort of security guy that's also investigating Val Kilmer's the FBI agent that's come in to solve the murder. Graham Greene's the cop on the tribal lands. And so, yeah, you got a great, I love this movie so much. Such a great sort of police investigative murder mystery, suspense thriller kind of thing, with a little bit of action thrown in. I just love Native American history, culture, all of that. So, you know, I'm all into some Thunderheart. All right, after Thunderheart, we got The Player. All right, we got us the Tim Robbins movie, The Player. Just keep it rolling. We got so much to talk about. We got Equinox. Got us a low-budget sort of sci-fi thriller, suspense thriller kind of thing, you know. Just at this point, he's just working, man. He's a working man. Turns around. Next year, 92, another Tim Robbins movie. He shows up in Bob Roberts. Got a good working relationship there. So there you go, Bob Roberts. Great sort of political comedy. And then next up, after that, you got a made-for-TV comedy western, 4 Eyes and 6 Guns. Judge Reinhold, you know, from Beverly Hills Cop and vice versa and everything. Fred Ward playing Wyatt Earp. Ooh-wee, another legendary character, another legendary real-life character. Fred Ward as Wyatt Earp. There it is right there. Oh, my God. So, yeah, sort of a lighthearted western with a little bit of comedy in there. Then you got this weird sort of 2 Small Bodies, 93, kind of crazy erotic thriller. Not Fred Ward's usual kind of thing, man, but you know, hey, he can get sexy if he needs to. Ooh, yeah. And so not only is he getting sexy in this, he's getting twisted and demented in this. He's investigating this chick for the murder of her husband, and then he starts getting obsessed with her, and then he like takes her prisoner and locks her up or whatever so that he can interrogate her. Kind of a weird sort of late night erotic mystery thriller, kind of off his normal path. He's normally known for his action movies, his comedy movies, all that good stuff. But yeah, this was a little bit different for him right here. We got this movie, Shortcuts. Massive movie, tons of actors. I mean, look, this is all of the actors right here. Look at this. Oh my God. Everybody is in this movie. And so Fred Ward's just got one little vignette. It's a bunch of little vignettes all spliced together that fit together in this one major kind of overall story of LA. Fred Ward's got one little vignette. His vignette's great, though. He's up in the woods as a hunter and comes across a dead body, all this kind of stuff going on. So, yeah, big kind of epic movie, Shortcuts. Next up, goofball comedy again. Naked Gun 33 1/3. He's playing one of the scam artists, one of the criminals that are trying to pull off the heist here in this movie. Him and Anna Nicole Smith. Just as silly as can be. So, yeah, Naked Gun 33 1/3. Then, all right, it had been long enough. 96. All right, we're jumping up in time now. We're moving right along. He's not quite knocking out 3 and 4 movies a year this time. He's gotten down to more of a year, one per year. And then, so 96, they talk him into coming back to revisit the Tremors. Tremors 2, Aftershocks. There he is. Look at that right there. Look at that Fred Ward getting pulled by a tremor right there. He's tried to lasso. You got all the fellas right there. So yeah, Tremors 2, he came back to revisit. No Kevin Bacon in this one. He's gone off to do his own thing. But Fred Ward's like, yeah, I like this character. This story's kind of silly. I'll come do another episode or another installment of the Tremors. So just more giant underground worms, crazy horror comedy. There you go. Tremors 2, 96, same year, 96. We got us a suspense thriller, sort of a techno government espionage, high tech or a tech takeover kind of shit going on. Yeah, Keanu Reeves comes across some information he's not supposed to have, and then of course he's got to go on the run. Hired killers trying to track him down so that he doesn't expose the big secret. And Fred Ward comes in at one point. Doing his thing. So, yeah. All right, next up, 97. We got us a TV movie, a sweet sort of drama, sweet family drama. There he is right there, Fred Ward. What up next? Well, next was 97. He made an appearance in this. It's called Gun. It's a 6-film anthology. Robert Altman, who we just showed on the Shortcuts. He does this he loves these sort of big montagey kind of things. And so, yeah, he did this show called Gun. All these actors showing up, big ensemble, big sort of vignette kind of thing. Fred Ward also makes an appearance in this. Oh, there's his name right there. So, yeah, Fred Ward. He's all over the place. Dang, all right, 97 again. He's in a romantic comedy, Best Men. He plays a sheriff. Plays the sheriff in the little town where where they're having this wedding or this sort of crazy, pre-wedding adventure, bachelor party adventure kind of thing. 98. We're still in the 90s. We got us a timepiece or like a period piece. 1500s. We got Renaissance. All kinds of romance and art and the whole kind of deal. I'll be honest, I ain't seen it, so I can't tell you much about it. Invasion Earth. Okay, this was a little mini series that aired 98, and he plays one of these like soldiers that are fighting off the alien invasions. He's like a major or a corporal or some bullshit, so old man in charge trying to stop the aliens from taking over. Invasion Earth, a little short mini-series. Next up, it's one of my favorites right here. Love this movie, Forgotten City. Jungle adventure, couple of like Indiana Jones types, Fred Ward and Robert Patrick from the Terminator 2, going out into the jungle, looking for lost ruins, getting into crazy jungle adventures with booby traps and natives and the whole kind of deal, So yeah, there you go. That's that. Oh my God, these things keep on going. Now he shows up in a Crow movie, The Crow Salvation. Yeah, they pumped out a few of these Crow movies back in the late 90s. But there you go. So that's that. Shit, it's getting stacked up on out of camera right here. You don't even see what's going on. It's crazy. Next up was The Chaos Factor. There it is right there. Another picture on the cover. Action thriller, espionage, spies, military, all that kind of stuff. Then you got Circus right here. You got Circus, year 2000, so we moved into the 2000s. Next up, great classic comedy, Road Trip. Oh man, yeah, he plays DJ Qualls' dad. Talking a lot of shit in this movie, gruff as can be. Oh yeah, one-liners all over the place. So yeah, great goofy comedy featuring Mr. Fred Ward. Next up, you got a movie called The Crimson Code. Again, suspense thriller, action thriller, murders, sociopathic killers, the whole kind of thing. We got in the year 2000 as well, the Jackie Bouvier Kennedy Onassis story. So yeah, he's all over this. Motherfucking Fred Ward. Yeah. So he's just bouncing around, doing his thing, getting these little gigs left and right. Shows up in Joe Dirt. He's Joe's dad in this movie, so he's good at playing the gruff, like, sort of mean dad. Did it in Road Trip. He did it in Secret Admirer. He's in Joe Dirt. Yeah, so he's good at playing the angry, short-tempered, sort of frustrated dad character. Then, 2001, you got a straight-to-video, full disclosure, more suspense thriller, more murder, more mystery, all of that kind of stuff. Pretty good. Then, 2001, you got a TV movie called Wild Iris. Okay, so just a little drama, family drama. Then, 2001, Summer Catch, got a little baseball movie. Okay, Summer Catch is a good little heartwarming romantic comedy set around baseball, and I love me some baseball, so I'm all about baseball movies. And then Fred Ward shows up. Boom, that's twice as good. All right, next up, Corky Romano, another goofball comedy. So yeah, he's taking these little roles, he's popping into these goofball comedies, just showing up for a little bit here and there as a side character, somebody that just kind of has a sort of a few one-liners kind of thing. So Corky Romano, another one there. All right, 2002, we've got another suspense thriller, psychological thriller, Katie Holmes, Benjamin Bratt, murder mystery, all that kind of stuff. Fred Ward just, down on the bill, showing up, doing his thing. Again, you got another sort of suspense thriller, action thriller, Jennifer Lopez getting revenge, on the dudes that assaulted her, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's that. All right, here we got us another sweet sort of romantic comedy. Reese Witherspoon, Sweet Home Alabama. She went up to New York to make a career, came back home to Alabama to tell her parents that she's going to get married, and then runs into her old love, and everything gets complicated. Fred Ward is great in this, plays her dad. He's a Civil War reenactor. Again, just mad at everybody, frustrated, patience gone, just grumbling, throwing out one-liners. Love it. It steals every scene he's in this movie. So yeah, I'm all about some Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah. All right. 2002. We got us a TV movie called Georgetown. This is I don't even know what this is. I ain't seen it, so it's on my list to check out. I'll have to get to a political thriller of some sort, but I have to see what Fred Ward's doing in this thing. I don't know, because I ain't checked it out yet, and I'll get to it when I get to it. All right, so I'm just showing you what he's got, what he has available. 2003, Masked and Anonymous, Coast to Coast, another little TV movie here. Fred Ward, right there. Okay, whoa, what you doing? What's happening now? Oh shit, you done fallen out of your little case. Woo. 10.5. It was some TV miniseries about a giant earthquake, destroying the world, destroying LA. Fred Ward plays a soldier, if I remember correctly. It hadn't been a minute since I've seen this one. Yeah, 10.5. And right there, after that, we got us another Dennis Hopper suspense thriller, action thriller, car chase, shootout kind of movie. Look at that. Fred Ward looking cool as can be in the sunglasses. Yeah. Dang, that man is cool. It wasn't all just suspense thrillers and action movies and shit for him. He liked family movies. He liked doing the silly comedies. And you got this thing, Funky Monkey. I'll tell you right now, I have not seen this. I'm sure I'll check it out at one point, but it's way down on the list on my priorities. Movie looks goofy as hell. Don't even know what Fred Ward's doing in it, but it's Fred Ward, so I had to pick it up. Had to make it part of the collection. You never know. Gotta get to it at one point or another. Woo! Then, 2006 shows up on Grey's Anatomy Season 3 for an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Again, I have not watched Grey's Anatomy. Never seen an episode. Don't know what he's doing, but there you go. He's in it, so I got it. But then he wasn't done with the medical dramas. He did an episode in season 3, actually 3 episodes in season 13 of ER. Now, I did see these as they aired, and, it's got a little part. His part's not huge, but hey, it's Fred Ward. They build it up to. I remember when it was coming out, those episodes were playing on NBC. They were building it up. Check out Fred Ward's special episode. Yeah. So, got the ER. 2007, Feast of Love. Another romantic comedy, sweet love story. But then he jumped over to another action movie, Exit Speed. Oh, this is a good one too. You got crazy bikers that take these people hostage on this bus, and it's shootouts and explosions. All right, we're moving along. What we got here? Oh, Steve Zahn, Jennifer Aniston. Management, romantic comedy. Yeah, he likes those little romantic comedies. He likes being he likes some of the sweet roles where he can just kind of be goofy and do something different than, shooting at bad guys or running away from the good guys or whatever he's doing. Yeah, so Management. Farewell. Got us another international political thriller set in 1981, Cold War, Soviets, all of that kind of stuff. Right there. Another family movie. See? Yeah, he's all about the family movies. Fred Ward. What was it? Boom, right there. Fred Ward, second build. Yeah. Just a movie about a girl and a horse, wild stallion, just tame the beast, all that kind of stuff. Again, we're back 2009. Armored. Another action thriller, heist movie, armored car robbery sort of movie. And then 2010-ish, he was in an episode of In Plain Sight. Right here was season 3 of In Plain Sight. He shows up in a quick little one-off episode. Then, I don't know what his connection was to the United States of Terror, but he shows up in multiple episodes of United States of Terror. He's in a couple of different episodes, both in season 1 and 2. So I've not seen this series. I have not watched United States of Terror, so I'm not even sure what he's doing up in this thing, but I will definitely have to check it out, because if he liked it enough to show up multiple times, then it must be good, because I'm riding along with Fred Ward wherever he goes. There you go. And he's... Whoa, shit's getting crazy over there. Falling on the floor. Woo, things are getting wild. I got so many Fred Ward movies going on over here. It's too crazy. Another sort of goofball comedy. There's one of my favorite guys right there, Danny McBride. You got a whole sort of just craziness going on here. Hostage situation, bank robberies. Fred Ward gets in a fight, gets shot, talks shit to the guy that shot him. Oh, it's good times, yeah. So, 30 minutes or less. Then 2012, he pops up in an episode of Leverage in the final season. Then 2013, his final Hollywood feature film, Two Guns, great action movie. Denzel Washington, Mark Wahlberg. He plays the old captain or chief or whoever, the aging police officer guy that's part of the investigation. Like I said, last feature film, he's getting up there, getting pretty old, so he decides he's going to get ready to retire. And in his very last build credit, he was in a couple of episodes of the second season of True Detective. He played, what's his name's, Colin Farrell's dad, just as an old, washed-up cop, alcoholic kind of guy. Not a lot going on there, but he's still a powerful man even by the time this came out. So that was it. After that, he called it quits. He decided to retire. He decided to shut it down. And so he had one more acting role, and that was for the pilot episode of a Tremors TV show that Kevin Bacon tried to get in production a handful of years back, 2018. And so apparently he made an appearance in that episode, that pilot episode. But that has never been aired. It's never seen the light of day. Sci-Fi passed on it, and it was scrapped. So the final filmed episode or credit for Fred Ward may never see the light of day. So unless they decide to just go ahead and drop that pilot one day just for the shits and giggles. But until then, good God Almighty, that was a long episode. But dang, Fred Ward had a great career, and I just really enjoyed going back through it just now with you guys, showing off some movies. I'm sure you saw several movies you want to check out. I know there's several in here that I haven't gotten around to see yet, and I can't wait to check those out as well. And I will get Fred Ward's full filmography completed in my mind, in my eyes, in my ears, all over my body. So again, thank you for tuning in. Episode 17, Collector's Corner with Corey Smith. If you liked it, hit the like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. If you want other people to see more, hit the share. Just do that thing, and we will see you next time. Woo!